Fantastic! Oh, I'm unmuted. Oops. Am I done? Hello? Why can't I hear that? That's why. I should probably plug in the headphones. That might work. There we go. Hello. And I've got like 6 whispers, fuck me. Don't wear a hat with wet. No. How is the... Oh god. That was the first thing you said. How is the writing going?
Attack for the goddess!
It's not. It's not. Hang on, when I do that. Oh, this is a disaster. Let's be right. Oh my god, this sound is really annoying. Why does that sound go off when I do that? I told you I would bother you every... Yeah, you did. You did. Oh, I've got to go on Discord. Oops. Make sure it's muted. Yep. Shut up, Groovy. Shh, be quiet. I'm gone. Oh. It's still on, okay. Okay, I need to change that. Everything is such a rush. Oh no, you can't hear Discord. Okay. Oh. Wow. Emza, it's not going at the minute, but there are plans, so I'll keep you posted. I need to sort that sound out because that is. I don't know how to fix that. It's really going to annoy me. Like really, 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 really going to annoy me. Right, let me just quickly look at this. Oh, okay, okay, okay. Oh my god. Oh my god, oh my god. There. Okay, done. Got your quill loaded with... Yes, the quill is loaded with ink. I'm going to start tomorrow, I think. I'm going to force myself to do it, because I'm not working. And that's how they do it in Hog... Are you calling the UK Hogwarts land? Because that is a hate crime. Just wait till tomorrow, and I haven't done anything. But I'm telling myself I'm going to do it tomorrow. I'm going to force myself to do it. Am I doing an hammer? Oh, ask me anything. Well, I thought, why not? Give us something to talk about. Oh god. I keep getting whispers off Grumpy. Sorry. Grumpy's talking about something, sorry. Okay. Yeah. Go on then, shoot. Kevlar, shoot. Ask me anything. Anything. Or anybody. Right off the bat. Emza. What would I name my firstborn child? I actually have an answer for this. One sec. If it's a girl anyway. I've always liked the name Callie. Callie. I don't know why, I just always have. For a girl. For a boy, I've got no idea. Like that. Like that, yeah. I don't know why. I don't know why, but... Like No, don't say that. California. Like California. No. I don't know about a boy. No idea. Oh god. Absolutely no idea. Absolutely no idea. I don't know why I like the name Callie. I have no idea. Why is the button not working? Oh, I'm not in range. I'm not in range. Is TJ my real name? No. TJ was a nickname that I had as a child. Sorry, this Discord is so loud in my ear. Sorry. One sec. Discord. TJ is not my real name, it's a nickname. It was given to me by my friend's parents because my closest friend has the same name as me, which is Tom. So to sort of like tell us apart, they gave me the nickname TJ because it's my initials. That's how I got that name, and it sort of stuck. So everybody who knew me back then knows me by that, and obviously people on here. But everybody else just calls me Tom. Or if you're my mum, you call me Thomas. When I've been naughty, when I've been a naughty boy, and I hear Thomas screaming up the stairs. Not Tiny Jonathan. No. No, not Tiny Jonathan. Although that is a lot better. Tiny Jonathan is a lot better. It's very American. I always think of the guy from Recess, the American cartoon. He just sort of stuck. If you want my real name, I have leaked it easily about 10 times on this Twitch. So if you really want to know, you can probably find it. But please don't. Please don't. Please don't send me hate mail. Please. Please. In fact, I think it's on the playlist that I use as well. It's not good. Talk to Grumpy. I've completely ignored Grumpy's questions. Completely ignored him. Any more? Hit me with a really difficult question. Like, try and delve into my soul. Something controversial. Something, I don't know. Anything. Am I lagging? I might be lagging a little bit. You heard correct. Although I dread to think what your questions are going to be. Holy God, I've got 3 questions in second. Would you rather kill your best friend or let them die slowly in hospital? Oh my God, this mouse is sticking. Would I rather kill my best friend or let them die slowly in hospital? Ooh. Well, after last night, I'd let them die slowly in hospital, I think. But on a normal occasion, I'd euthanize him. I'd help kill him. I'm not the only hunter today. It's cool. I'd kill him. I'd enjoy it. What happened to my top lip? What do you mean? What do you mean what happened to my top lip? It's here. I don't understand that question. I've got absolutely no idea what that question means. And my eyes? My eyes are blue. I've got blue eyes. The inner Viking inside me is represented in my eyes. Could I? This might be a bit weird. And But they're blue. I've got blue eyes. That was weird. You can't really see them on the camera, I don't think. But they're very blue. Very blue. Easily the best eye colour. Blue. Easily.
Lord Hirik, grant me wings of vengeance.
Ooh. One second. Oh god. I am having a bit of internet issues here, I think. What class and race would you actually be if transported into WoW? What would suit me best? I'd be a cheeky little gnome. A cheeky little gnome rogue, I think. I think that suits me. Cheeky little gnome. With a big grin. I would say. I'm sure people would probably disagree, but that's what I would say. A gnome rogue. I'm certainly not a night elf hunter. Not what you expected. What did you expect? Yeah, that's a deep question there. God. What would you have said? If you could put me in WoW, what would you put me as? Oh shit, I just feigned death. Oops. You're expecting an undead? An undead? What's that? Why? Why an undead? What makes you think a dwarf? Why a dwarf? The complex. Oh, okay. I do have very pale skin. I do. A dwarf hunter. I've got to say, Messi, that's a bit rich coming from you. A dwarf hunter? Why a dwarf? Okay, I'm trying to stall because I've just been asked in game a really deep question and I don't know how to answer it. So I'm trying to stall. Buying myself more time. My personality is more dwarf. Should I be insulted here? Okay, what was that question? Scroll up. What was the question? What do you think is the biggest sacrifice you have made so far in your life? Jeez, that's deep. I mean... Okay, true. Okay. You're right. I'm changing my answer to dwarf. I am more carefree and fun than a little loser. Thank you. I agree. What sacrifice have I made? Like, by choice? Or by... Or an accidental one? I don't know. That's a difficult question. I've sacrificed a lot. And not all of it by choice. Is it an accidental sacrifice? Yeah, you might have a point. I'm gone. Grumpy just messaged me. Oh, that's alright. That's alright. It's nice now. It's not. I thought you, when you said that, I thought it meant something serious. That's fine. Anyway, sorry. An accidental sacrifice. A true sacrifice. No, probably not. What have I sacrificed by choice? I don't know. That's a really difficult question. I mean, I've sacrificed friends for love. I suppose I did that, which wasn't great and didn't work out well. I've done that before. Oof. I don't know. That's a really difficult question. Exactly. Now look at me now. Well worth it. It were worth it, weren't it? I honestly don't know how to answer that question. I don't know if I've ever sacrificed anything. Sat you with no pants on playing Zul'Gurub. Yeah. You wanted them deep into the soul ones. I did, but I don't know how to answer that. I don't know how to answer that one. I might come back to that one. I have to have a think about that. Because I don't know how to answer that. For... What? Oh, sacrifice friends for love. Yeah, I've done that before. That was a good idea. That's not a good answer, though. I need to think about that question. I've sacrificed a lot, but not by choice. Isn't really a sacrifice. I don't know. I don't know how to answer that question. Yet. What is my biggest vice / worst part about me? The part I dislike most about me? Hello, Benji. From around the top of my head to the tip of my toesy toes is my worst part. Hello. His top lip. Okay. My biggest vice about myself. Physically? Oh, personality. Okay, yeah. I don't want to do personality. I overthink things. Like, all the time. And I think Messi can back that up. I really overthink things. And overcomplicate things in my head. I think that's probably the worst thing about me. And I... Yeah, I do. And I'm stubborn. I'm really stubborn. I agree with that. I'm really stubborn. If I want something, that's it. But, as with the writing, I doubt myself too much. I doubt myself. I'm my own worst critic. I'll give an example of, and it's writing based. I wrote a whole book a few years ago now. I was about 18, 19, something like that, I think. And I wrote it all, and it were however 100 of pages. Put loads of effort into it. Loads of people read it. Family members read it, etc. Friends. And but there was just something about it which I didn't. I doubted myself about it. I kept telling myself, it's not good enough, you know, etc. and all of that. And I found it quite recently when I was clearing out a lot of stuff. When I read through a bit of it, and I just threw the whole thing out, like, in the trash, all of it. Like, 200 pages, something like that. Just threw it away. And I don't have it backed up or anything. It's because I just doubted that it was good enough. Which is a stupid thing to do, really. Because it could have been improved. What's my favourite thing about myself? Probably my sense of humour. Probably. I laugh at anything. I can sort of like laugh my way through misery and tragedy. I think my sense of humour. I can get on with anybody. You know, and I can be really dark in humour, and you know, it's probably my sense of humour. Oh, Messi, and my heart is in the right place. Aww. Aww. I'm really gooey. I'm really gooey and soft. I'll give an example of that as well, which happened today on the way home. As I was racing home down the motorway to make sure I was back in time for this, I saw a it's quite embarrassing actually, this. I saw a dead fox in the middle of the road, and it was a young fox, like a really young fox, and I cried on the for the rest of the journey home as I was driving. I sort of blubbering and tears rolling down my cheeks because I was so sad about this little fox that died. And that's really embarrassing, and I wish I hadn't have said that, but it happened. I mean, I don't know, maybe it's not. Well, Kevlar doesn't think so. It was a bit awkward, like pulling up at the traffic lights and people looking at me as tears sort of rolling down my face because of this dead fox. It was just really sad. It was just and it just being left there. It was really sad. I hate stuff like that though. Any sort of like animal stuff like that. It's awful. Like really bad. I just cried. I've been upset by stuff like that before, but I've never cried. Maybe I'm just feeling a bit vulnerable. Feeling a little bit vulnerable. God, this drunk thing is really annoying. Bit pent up tear-wise, possibly. I can't remember that. Oh, I do. I do remember last time I cried. I don't want to talk about that though. I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to talk about that. You've been like that yourself. I don't cry often. I don't cry often. Weird. Bow. Like an REM song. It was, yeah. So it possibly looked like a music video. As I cried on my way down the motorway. Have you ever been in love? Fuck it now. Yes. Yeah. Once. And I never want it to happen. I'm joking. But yeah, once. And it almost broke me as a person, so it wasn't very nice. Is this a new hunter? Or is it an old? Oh, it's new. Nice. How would I best quantify human life in value? What do you mean? How would you best quantify a human life in value? I think human life's invaluable, right? How much is a life worth? A lot. Like, I think life is very important. A lot. Like, I think life is taken for granted. I mean, just look at bloody human history, right? But I don't know how to put a value on it, though. I'd just say it's invaluable. I think every loss of life is a tragedy, right? Broke me, yeah, it did. I don't want to talk about that because I will get sad. I do not want to talk about that. God, these questions are deep. Am I a religious person? No. I don't like religion. I think religion is... I was going to say evil then, but I don't want to say evil. I'm not a religious person, no. It's just... I think religion has a lot to answer for. I think a lot of people's lives have been made miserable due to religion. And all the war, etc. But yeah, I mean religion in general. Obviously, I respect people's to have religion, but at the same time, I think you have to separate being religious and believing in God. I think they are two separate things. Oh gosh, this is a really deep subject. They're two separate things. I mean, that's a good point. Yeah, religion is a tool. I say religion is a vehicle for a lot of evil and corruption. I mean, just look at the Catholic Church. I mean, you can't get more corrupt than that. I'm not a fan of religion. I don't understand the obsession with religion is a man in a van. I think religion is sort of... I don't understand how you can look at a book like the Bible or the Quran or the Torah or whatever, and I don't know, it's just odd. To me, those books are historical books and not religious books. It's a really tricky subject, and I don't want to say anything that might potentially offend someone who's religious, but it's not for me. I don't feel like I need religion to be a good person. I don't think you need religion to have morals. But do I believe in God? Or a God? I don't know. It depends what you define by God. I don't know. Is there any religion that appeals to you more than others? Well, I grew up a Christian. My mum's Christian. My granddad was Christian before he passed away. My dad's not religious. I had the whole I've been baptized. I had confirmation at 13 because I wanted to learn more about God, and that sort of solidified my anti-religion stance. Is when I went to those sort of church lessons. I went and I thought, this isn't for me, but I went through it, got the confirmation, etc. Became, official. I got touched at 13. Yeah, but not by a vicar. What do you think of priests being pedos? Well, obviously I don't approve. And I got a question here. You had your confirmation because you went on a skiing trip. I did all that. I only did it because I wanted to learn about religion and try and find... I've always been curious about religion. But it's never given me the answers I sort of looked for. What is a lesson you have had in life you come back to for guidance, if any? Something I come back to as a guide. I always try and believe the good in people, as hard as that is. I think, oh god, Ben. I think my granddad always said to me. I'll say for my granddad passed away about a month ago, 2 months ago. So it's sort of like a pretty prominent thing. And he always said to me, look for the best in people. And I've always sort of kept that sort of lesson. I don't always succeed at it. In fact, I often don't succeed. And that was something he always said. But at the same time, he also said, internet is a waste of time. Google's a spy for the government. And I'm wasting my life on the computer. So, I'll take it, you know. You're right about some things. Sorry for my loss. Yeah, well. He died just before the lockdown. Just before. It was quite a fast thing. He got ill in November. Cancer. And by then it just took over and just killed him. It was sad, obviously. It was sad. But that's always something he said. Always look for the best. And you could say it's pretty cliche. But I missed your thing before. Have you learned about other religions besides the big five? No. Not really. Not enough. Not enough to sort of talk about. Oh. I'm sort of like sleepwalking this raid. I feel bad. I'm sort of trying to think of these questions. Good answers. I just saw that question. I'll answer yours first since it's the easiest. Messi. I don't like calling you Messi. I'm just going to call you Tom. I don't care if you don't like it. Tom. You ever had a wet dream about another man? I can't say I have. No, I can't say I have. What is my biggest goal in life? And try looking into. You're basically agnostic. Yeah, I would class myself as agnostic. Because there's always that little bit inside your head where you think, maybe. But I would class myself as agnostic. What's my biggest goal in life? My biggest goal in life? I don't want to be cheesy and just say, oh, happiness. Or, you know, I don't know. Things I want to do in life. I want to become a published writer. I want that. Hopefully. Complete Naxxramas. Meh. 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 I want to travel the world. I want to go... Biggest goal in life. I just want to be... Every answer I'm going to give to that is just going to be really cliche and really cheesy. I just want to be happy. I don't know. Relationship-wise, I I don't know. Relationships sort of terrify the living crap out of me, so I don't know. Being happy is a good. Yeah, I suppose so. Oh, what did she ask me? Given your tendency to self-doubt, what are ways or procedures you try to get out of the negative thinking self-doubt? Brute force, I would say. I've never really learned any ways to sort of get over that. I think I've always had self-doubt, even as a kid. Too critical. I don't know where it came from. I don't know why. Just sort of. I need to go over here. Just sort of. I'd say brute force. Just keep trying, keep trying, keep trying, and then eventually, I sort of get somewhere. But I don't, and that's bad. And I know that's bad. And self doubt sometimes can be really crippling. And sort of stop any progress in anything really. Would I? Oh, that's. Oh. One thing I've learned to combat self-doubt is to trust others like others would trust you. Actually reminds me of something. I knew a girl once. When I was at university, I knew a girl. And she would always say to me, because that was... I know I'm going to eventually start talking about that. I really don't want to. But that was quite a bit of a bad time for me. And I knew this girl, who I'd known for a while. And she always used to say to me, if you saw what I saw when I looked at you, you wouldn't have any self-doubt. That was essentially what she used to say. And I used to go, yeah, whatever. But I think you've got that right. Trust other people. Oh my god, where's this bush? Perhaps.
Feed your souls to Hakar himself.
Oh, these are the questions. Do I want children? I don't know, actually. At one stage, yeah. At one stage, I really did want children. To be honest, I kind of expected to have them already, which is really terrifying. Really terrifying thought of me with children, because I am nowhere near mature enough for children. A tyke or tyke. I could not raise a kid. But I sort of expected to have them. I expected a lot of things in my life to end up very different to the way they did. And I think children is probably one of them. Maybe one day. Maybe children one day. But it's not on my agenda now. Absolutely no chance. This guy keeps going for me. Would I ever do therapy? Well, I've never done therapy, but I've done guidance. Guidance, how it's called? Guidance. Guidance, counselling, or something. I did some of that at uni. Didn't really work. Didn't really work. Oh, I'm speaking as if I'm like, I don't know. I'm okay. I wanna get that. I'm okay. I'm not like in a bad place or anything. I'm okay. I just want to make that clear. As someone who's been going to a psychologist, therapist, I'd recommend if anyone really. I don't like talking about stuff like that though. That's my issue. It makes me really uncomfortable. Like, you know, sort of like being vulnerable. I hate it. I really do. It makes me sick. Like, physically sick talking about it. It's making me sick now. I hate it. Sort of like... talking about issues. I always sort of tell myself that there are people with worse issues than me out there. So I sort of like, you know, whatever. Corp. Typical Englishman. Oh, 100%. 100%. A typical Englishman. I don't know what it is about English people, like men in particular, who sort of aren't good at talking about that sort of stuff. Aren't good at talking to each other about that stuff. I know there's a lot of campaigns in the UK about trying to get men to open up to each other. I know both the princes are heavily involved in that sort of stuff, but it's just, I don't know. It's probably cultural. I mean, mental health and suicide rates in the UK for men is like sky high, and it's pretty terrifying. Not that I'm anywhere near that sort of level, but it's odd. It's strange. Stiff upper lip, yeah. The English stiff upper lip, cultural. Jesus Christ, I didn't expect it to go to this sort of level of deepness when I said, let's go deep. It's definitely cultural. If you're taught to keep everything inside and you telling anyone means getting teased. Yeah, you're right. I think you're sort of subconsciously sort of taught that. You know, sort of like subconsciously. I don't know. I'm not anywhere near educated enough in the subject to talk about it. Not that it has ever stopped me before. Where are you from in the UK? I am from the county of Lancashire. Not far from Manchester. Near Blackburn. In a place called the Ribble Valley. Really nice part of the country to be honest. Beautiful. Apart from Blackburn. Do you love anything more than you love the pillow in your profile picture? Thanks, Manine. Thank you. I don't think I do. I think I love that pillow way too much. And that pillow has seen way too much of me. What a question. What a question. Do I believe the British monarchy is good? Are you going to make me commit treason? Talking bad about the Queen? Do you believe the British monarchy is good? I believe it brings a lot of tourism and a lot of money to the country. However, I think... I mean, if you look at our royal family, you've got one who's a questionable paedophile and wrapped up in all of that case. You've got was Princess Diana murdered? You've got the whole Meghan Markle debacle. I don't know. I think... I'm not a huge fan of our monarchy. But I don't think I'd get rid of it. I don't think I'd get rid of it. What do you think of yours? What do you think of the Swedish monarchy? Because that's something we've got in common with Scandinavia, isn't it? A monarchy. It does bring up. They do bring a lot of money in. My accent's hard to place. Oh shit. Oh shit. That wasn't me. That wasn't me. It wasn't me. Who did that? Who pulled all of them? What an idiot. What a silly, silly Billy. My accent's hard to place. Is it? How do cock? How do cock? It's nice to see you in chat. Is my accent hard to place? I don't know. To me, I don't sound like I have an accent. It's just normal to me. I know there are people who have a lot broader accents than me from where I'm from. Like the guy in chat. He has a very, very broad accent. I'm a little bit more softly spoken. More approachable and friendly. I don't know. But you're not the first person to tell me that. My accent's hard to place. So maybe it is. Maybe it is. Maybe I'm a fake. Maybe I'm a fake northerner. Maybe I'm not actually from the north. It's controversial. Maybe I'm a southerner. I have to hand in my northerner card. Do. Wait, did you just call him a cockney? I love that. I love it. Well, his family's actually from Spain, I believe. So he's not actually Northern English. He's lying. I mean, the guy's not even from Manchester. He's doing this whole 0161 all the time in the guild and in raids. He's not even from Manchester. I doubt he's even ever been to Manchester. But he's never been. I bet he couldn't point to Manchester on a map. Oh, 1254. They're giving away our phone numbers. Oh, 1254. That's literally us. If my house phone starts ringing, I'm blaming you. We're having a 5-minute break. Cool. Wow, I've got an odd man bladder. Especially when I drink. Ugh. Where in the UK would you rather have grown up? I wouldn't have grown up anywhere else if I'd given the choice. I'm pretty happy to be from where I am. Wait, what are you, traitor? You'd rather. Is that nice? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe. But what about the Lake District? That's a beautiful part of the country. Even after slagging it off during the Geo stream. Well, I know I slagged it off. I slagged off Blackburn and a lot of the other areas around here, but yeah, that's where I grew up. I grew up on those streets. I had a very humble childhood. Well, for a bit. You know, one parent income, etc. I don't know. It's my shithole. There's something charming about it. There's something charming about it. I don't know. To be honest, if I had to move, it wouldn't be England. If I had that choice, it would. If I had a choice, you can move abroad. Would you? I'd say yes. In a heartbeat, like instant. Like no doubt about it. Absolutely none. My face is really expressive. My face is really expressive. You know, again, weirdly enough, that's not the first time I've heard someone say that. My face is really expressive. I've been told that while stream. Is someone having a? No. I've been told that while streaming, and I've been told that in person before. My ex-girlfriend used to say it all the time. She used to say, "You have a really." It's obvious what you're thinking because of the expression on your face. If that's what you mean like the way my face looks? I suppose. I don't know. If that's what you mean. If that's what you mean, I don't know. Like faces expressive, like pulling faces, like that. Maybe it is. I don't know. Like the opposite of Jimmy Carr. Yes. You won't get any expression out of that guy's face. You get none. Yeah, that's what you mean. Okay, yeah, okay. Yes, it's not the first time I've been told that. Weirdly, your face is expressive. Oh God, face is expressive. Why does Ben always fall asleep on top of that? If I had to lose a limb, which would I rather lose? An arm or a leg? An arm. An arm, I think. An arm or a leg. Let's call a donation. Hard gaming with one arm. I play classic with one hand anyway, I'll be fine. I'd lose my right arm. I want my legs. I like to walk, run, play football. Thank you for the donation, Thomas. Thank you. Loving the stream, man. See you in Shadowlands. You keep spelling his name wrong, so it's really obvious to me that it's you, and not Mr. Noble. Did you choose my wall pattern? That one? Yeah, I did actually. Yeah. I did. Wait, it's only that one wall though. It's only that one wall.
5.
All the other walls are
2, 1.
grey. I'm trying to get the perfect angle, like grey. All the other walls are grey. A room tour? Absolutely not. It's tiny. It's really tiny, and it's really messy at the minute, so maybe one day. Maybe one day, but not today. It's really messy. As you can probably see in the corner, there's a lot of mess down there. I need to clear a lot of stuff out. It's really like there's an old computer up there. I mean, I need to get rid of it. What superpower would I want? Invisibility. No. Yeah. No. Yeah. Invisibility. I think that'd be great. I definitely want invisibility. in a world where nobody else has powers, does that change things? I don't know if that changes things. I was thinking invisibility, because you could sort of like steal stuff, right? Maybe? Steal money? Does that say a lot about me? That's my first thought. Stealing money. I am a Capricorn, so maybe that suits me well. I don't know. Shapeshifting. Why shapeshifting? What do you accidentally turn into, like a spider or a fly and get stood on? A unicorn. You'd shapeshift into a unicorn. Oh, this is the Tiger Man, isn't it? You wouldn't shape. Yeah, but what if you did it by accident? What if you were thinking of turn me into a dragon, and it turns you into a dragonfly, and then splat, dead. It could happen. You never have to worry about body weight or scars, and I can steal stuff too if I want. Yeah, you've got a point. You've got a point. You're winning me over. Could work. Yeah, you're winning me over. I didn't even notice I pulled that aggro then. You could turn into Obama and run naked through the streets. If you could turn into any human being and be naked, would you choose Barack Obama? He wouldn't be at top of my list. I mean, that'd be a hell of a news story though, right? It'd be a hell of a story. Flying would be cool. Flying would be really, really cool. You could shapeshift into the Naked Queen. Why would you want to do that?
Fill me with your rage.
Why would you want to see old Elizabeth in that position? Yeah. She's like 95, right? I mean, not that there's not body shaming or anything, you know what I mean, but like it's not something I'd want to look at. The Queen. If you shapeshift into a clothed queen, you could go and just yeah, well yeah, you could. I wonder if she has to use yeah, but no, she really doesn't. I mean, she is the money, right? Her face is on it. I don't have any money on me. Oh, it's weird on that. I don't know. I don't think she'd be high on my list of people to turn into. We could get incredibly pervy if we go down that road. What is happening in Discord? Like, seriously. Gee, buddy. What if I'm naughty? Cool. Okay, clicking off that. What about Henry Cavill? Oh, Henry Cavill. No. I mean, I get it, but yeah, not for me. Henry Cavill. Did you watch his stream? Was it a stream? Was it a video of him building his computer? Am I single? Depends who's asking. Who's asking? It completely depends who is asking. Kate Moss? No. Probably not. Me? Oh, you're okay. Yeah, yeah, I am. I'm single. I am single. For a good reason. Pete Doherty. Yeah, I'd turn into Pete Doherty. That's like hardcore mode, because that guy could go at any time. So that'd be brave of you. Who is my celebrity crush? Ooh. I could give you about 50 names. I quite like... Who do I like at the minute? Alison Brie. I mean, I've always got time for Alison Brie. Always. Kate Mara? There's something about her. Who else? I mean, Jennifer Lawrence. I mean, that's an obvious one. I don't know. I don't really have like one celebrity crush. I don't know. Did Grumpy just whisper me? Is this new person? Do I have a type? What, as in female? Woman? Female? Woman? Girl? Type? I don't know actually. I don't think I do. I don't think I do. Although I am, and again, Tom will probably back this up. I am very, very picky. Like really picky. Maybe too picky, maybe. But I am very picky. Usually. I mean, I've been drunk and not been as picky quite a few times, but in general, I would say I'm very picky. It's stupid. I just don't agree with settling for something you don't want. If you don't look at someone and feel, you know, that feeling, then what's the point? You're just sort of wasting your time, right? I mean, there are plenty of people who I think, oh, she's really attractive, she's a really nice person, I could probably be happy with her. But if I don't have that, you know, that word, that I can't think what that sort of that feeling. You know what I mean? That feeling where you get where you feel. I mean, I get it a lot when I see someone who I really like, and it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen often. And I know someone I really like. I get. I think it's called. I think they call it. Love sick. I think that's what it's called. Love sick. Where you can't. No. I think it's called lovesick, where you sort of feel not ill, but like I don't know, where you sort of lose your appetite. That happens when I like someone. You sort of lose your appetite. You can't sleep, stuff like that. And it doesn't happen often. That's when I know I like someone. You'd fuck anything with a pulse. I know you would. And I've seen some of the pulses. And I can vouch that you will fuck anything with a pulse. Infatuated, love quit. Yeah, I think it's called Love Sick. I don't know. I could be wrong. But yeah. We sort of get a bit weird. A little bit weird. I don't know, not weird, but I don't know. That's how I get, but it doesn't happen often. It doesn't happen often. But yeah, I am very picky. I wouldn't say I have a type. Because the girls I have liked haven't sort of been like a carbon copy of each other. They've been different. Oh, I missed that question before, sorry. Would I date and marry the Queen if it meant you became the King of England? No. I would not want to be a King of England. It seems like such an awful job. I'd feel guilty having people sort of like serve me. You know? I'd feel really guilty. The Queen is not my type, which is quite surprising, actually. Because that's usually what I'd go for. That's usually what I would go for. If I saw... No, I'm not going to finish that thought. I'm not going to finish that thought. It's called Lovesick. I think it is. I might have it completely wrong. I know there's something called Lovesick, but it might be different. I don't know. But it's pretty much what I said, where you can't sleep, you can't eat, and it's sort of like, you know, whatever. I'm a soppy guy. Deep down. Deep down. Deep down. I'm quite soft. Hidden by this like sort of hard, masculine sort of shell. I'm quite soft. Maybe your type is in personality and not looks. But I don't know. I don't know because I don't know. Because I definitely know when I look at someone. I don't know. Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. But I would say looks. I would say looks are pretty important. Not massively, but a huge part of attraction is in looks, right? Considering relationships sort of have a physical aspect, and if you aren't attracted to that person, that's going to be quite difficult. I would imagine. Maybe I'm talking absolute bollocks. Maybe I am. I don't know. I don't know. But personality is obviously important. But there are people who I get on really, really well personality-wise who I'm not attracted to, if you know what I mean. I don't know. It's weird. Next time it happens, I'll let you know, and then we can sort of like examine and judge. Okay? If it ever happens, we can judge and see if I do have a type, but I don't think I do. Maybe people who know me will say different, but I don't think I do. It's less traits and more competition, possibly. Am I telling you I'm not attracted to meth? Yes, I'm exactly what I'm telling. He is a very different animal off the internet, and I have seen far too much of that man than I ever wanted to see in my life. I know that man inside now. Oh my god. And it scars me. And to be fair, he probably knows a lot about me. I have seen him naked. I've seen him very naked. I've seen him very, very, very naked. You've seen me. Oh, fucking hell. I have. I have. And without any context, that sounds awful. Out of context, that does not sound good. Very kinky. I would just like to say I haven't seen it in person. If you ask him nicely, maybe he'll show you what he's talking about. Ugh. Disgusting. It's disgusting. Ugh. He stumbled on my home collect. Stumbled? I mean, I found it in my Discord DMs of you. I mean, I wouldn't call that stumbling. I'd say calling that clicking a notification and being greeted with an image I didn't want to see. We have a very strange relationship. Like, a very strange relationship. Talking about Tom's tracing paper. Hi, Jimmy. Hi, Jim. How are you? A druid tanking classic. Yeah, one of our tanks is a druid. And I know I don't particularly like being nice to her, but she's actually not that bad a tank. She's good. Before you come in with the not optimal bullshit, she's actually really good, so no complaints. And she just whispered me. Druid tanks work well if itemized. I mean, we've got 2 druid tanks and they're both pretty good. Yeah, she's good. I've got no complaints. Personality wise, she kind of sucks, but I mean, tanking wise, she's okay. To be honest, I don't know what the I'll ignore that. What is the worst thing you've done before you turn 10? 10? What's the worst thing I did before I turned 10? Oh my god, I didn't do it. I did that, but it wasn't before 10. I think I was about 15 when I almost did that. How did you almost burn down your house? Almost burnt down your house. Wow. I'm trying to think what bad things. I was a pretty good kid, I'd say. I'd say my trouble years were my as a teenager, and early 20s and mid 20s and this year. I was a decent kid, I think. You in your brother's room and found the storm lighter, turned it on and dropped it down. Oh god. I bet that went up well quick. How did you manage to put that out? And just screamed until your dad came and put it out. That's hilarious. Jeez. I've never done anything quite like that. I think mine were cooking related, if I remember. Which, as you know, I'm not a very good cook. Oh, you also gave yourself tinnitus in my brother's room. How did you do that? Not from your scream, right? He had this old car horn, like a clown horn, and you put it up to your ear and blasted it. Why would you? Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Oh wow. Because you were 7 and an idiot. I know, but there's an idiot, and then there's putting a car horn to your ear. That's hilarious. Oh, I've got a bit of trivia about my ear, and it's quite disgusting. And I think it's still relevant. About and don't shout at me because I know I need to get it sorted, and I know it's bad. But about 7 years ago, or 6 or 7 years ago, I lost a tiny little bit of plastic in my right ear, and I haven't been able to get it out since. That was about 6 or 7 years ago, so it's still in there, which is pretty disgusting. Like a tiny, tiny little bit of it was like a bit of, I think a bit of a bit of a pen. I had a habit of putting stuff in my ear that I still had as a 6, 7 years ago, as a 19, 20-year-old. I still sort of had it. How? I think, if I remember, it's sort of, I think I was scratching my inner ear, and it sort of snapped. It sort of snapped, and that little bit, I tried to sort of fish it out, but as I tried to fish it out, I pushed it in. And if I put a cotton bud or whatever in my ear, I can still feel it, and it's really weird. And I know I need to get it sorted, but it's sort of become a part of me now, you know? If you could visit any country in the world, which would it be? Oh, God. I want to go everywhere. I mean, literally everywhere. I want to go everywhere. I want to go... I'd like to go America again. I'd like to go Canada. I'd like to go Canada, definitely. New Zealand. Australia. Places in Europe I've never been. Germany, I want to go Germany. Holland. Literally everywhere. Scandinavia. I'd like to go certain parts of Scandinavia. I'd like to go Iceland. Is Iceland Scandinavia? Well, whatever. Iceland. Antarctica? You know what? I actually would, if the opportunity came to sort of do that. I think I would. Go to Antarctica. I think I would. I think that'd be a mad adventure. I think I would. I don't know. If I could go anywhere right now, it would, literally right now, just teleport somewhere like that. I'd go Hawaii, which is America, but I'd go Hawaii. I want to go to Hawaii. I want to get one of those little like skirts. Get some coconuts over your breast, and just do. Can't do it that way. Do the, the whole thing, just on a beach, just on my own, just enjoying life. I'd like to do that like right now. Only going to Yank Filth. How would you fit into the military? I don't think I would. Hang on, I'm being abused. One sec. I'm being abused. This is disgraceful. How well would I fit into the military? There was a point where I was sort of like down on my luck. Is Messi? No, it's not Messi. It's our druid like tank. How well would I fit? Yeah, there was a moment in my madness where I applied for the military. I don't think I would have fit in well. I sort of applied and I was planning on going. And then I sort of... Oh god. One sec, what's this? And I sort of got talked out of it. I don't think. They said to me when I applied and I got the phone call, whatever, they said, you're way too overqualified to be in the army, which is a little bit insulting, I think. And I said, I'm not bothered, I still want to do it, I wanted to do it. I was in a bad place, so I wanted to do it. A weird flex, but okay, I'm just bragging. I'm just too qualified for World War 3. It's just, I'm way too qualified. They wouldn't want me. I'd be wasted. Too much thinking for the army. Yeah, you've got a point. I'm not an army sort of guy. I wouldn't have fit in. I wouldn't have. I don't like authority. Or that sort of authority. You know what I mean? I don't like people telling me what to do if I don't agree with it. And they do the whole thing where you sort of have to make your bed. Which, I mean, I don't do that anyway. But if someone like Sergeant or whatever came over to my place and started throwing my stuff around, I wouldn't like that. And I think I'd say something quite sarcastic and sort of get in trouble. I'd get in trouble and I'd get kicked out probably. But I sort of came to my senses and changed my mind. What's my favourite song? I can't answer that question. I mean, how would you pick a favourite song? I like all sorts of music. It depends on my mood. Although there is a song. What's it called? There's a song that really makes me... I'm getting abused. I'm getting absolutely abused. No, it's from a not Scandinavian. It's from a, wait, is Iceland part of Scandinavia? I don't know. But I think it's an Icelandic group. In fact, I'll find it. And it makes me... It's not my favourite song in the world, but it sort of makes me, feel? Feel? Is that the right word? I don't know. It's a perfect, like montage song. I don't know if you can hear it. There you go. Iceland is not in Scandinavia. Thank you. I'm so uncultured, I didn't know that. What's the 2? It's called Hoppy Polla by Sigurd Ross? The Icelandic, yeah. But Iceland is so much better than Scandinavia. Yeah, let me read this freaking message you sent. Hi guys, I'm TJ and I would go to all the English speaking countries in the world. And then maybe Scandinavia where they speak perfect English. Fuck you. I don't know if you can hear it, is it loud enough? I named like 12 countries. I'll add to it then. I'd also like to go Africa, I'd like to go Morocco, Egypt, South Africa, Kenya. Is that better? South America, I'd like to go Brazil. Everywhere. And I'd like to go Scotland again. Scotland don't speak English. I'd like to go Scotland. I didn't say the country Africa. I said African countries. I'll turn it down. Sorry. The country Africa. Oh Lord. Is it wrong to like ignore and block an officer of your guild in game? Is that wrong? Could I get in trouble for that? And it's a song. It's not my favourite song in the world, but it just I don't know. It makes me like feel. Is that the word? No, it's not Messi. Messi, an officer? No. Imagine making him an officer. Wow. I can't tell if this song is loud or not. I don't know. Doesn't seem to be. Ow. Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, alright. I don't know why I love this song, I just do. It's used a lot in like montages of like TV shows and films and whatever on YouTube. I just like it, I don't know why. I think it's called something like, in English, Jumping in Puddles or something like that? Something like that. And I think it's about, I don't know. I don't want to guess. It reminds you of Oasis, really? Like the Oasis from Manchester, that band? Oasis? I can't hear Oasis. What happened with my ex? Yeah, I'm not talking about that. No. It's just a tune. If I start talking about my... When I was talking before about all the... we were talking about self-doubt and all of that stuff. All of that sort of stems from that relationship. So I don't really want to talk about it. Because it'll just bring my mood like right down, and I don't want that. No thanks. It was a relationship that didn't go well. It lasted for about 2 years. 2 years? Year and a half, 2 years, on and off. Didn't go well. Sort of broke my heart like a billion jillion times. Didn't work. Hurt me. Etc. I don't want to talk about it. That's it. How did I meet Messi? I met Messi when I moved to the street that he lived on when I was 7 or 8. So I'm talking, what, 18, 19 years ago? And I think it might not be the first time I saw him, but the one I remember is him running past my house with a lightsaber. A snotty little gnome. A snotty little blonde kid who had his hair like really floppy, really blonde and floppy. And he was running past my house with a lightsaber playing with some kid. That's the first like memory I have of him. The first time we met properly was that same kid he was fighting with the lightsabers with came to my house and said, "You're good at that Harry Potter game on the PlayStation. Do you want to come and help my friend complete the last level?" So I went over to Tom's house, met him for the first time, helped him on that game, met his mum and dad, and that was just the start of it. We've been friends ever since. So it's a beautiful relationship that we have now, where we have seen far too much of each other's bodies. Which is a really weird thing to say. What, we actually proper met playing football, did we? I don't remember that. That's my first memory of it. Who was the kid you hated most growing up? The kid I hated the most growing up. Oh, there was this little shit. I was the goalkeeper. I don't remember. The kid I hated, I remember him. I'm not going to say his name just in case. You've just said his name, so that doesn't matter. Yeah, him. And our families were like friends. We both lived in... This is when I lived in Blackburn. We both lived there. And then my family moved to where Messi lives. And then his family sort of followed us here, moved here. And I hated this little kid. He was like a year younger. I hated him. He was that sort of friend who would tag along with you all the time when you didn't want them to. He was one of them, and I punched him once. And I'm not a violent guy like at all, but I punched him once. That was the greatest moments in my life. Like a full-on punch, like bust his nose everywhere. I was so happy with myself. And then I didn't go home after that. I sort of missed my time to go home, my deadline, my curfew. I missed my curfew, which my mum had set. I think it was about 7 o'clock or something, to go home and get ready for bed for school. And I didn't want to go home because I knew I would be getting in trouble. So I like walked around Blackburn for a bit, which is never a good idea as a young kid. As a 6-7-year-old, it's never a good idea. And then eventually I went home, and this kid's mum was in my house talking to my mum about me punching her son. And then my mum was like, "Oh, you should have come home, you shouldn't do that, why did you do it," etc. And I sort of told her he would be a little shit. So like ganging up on me with these other two guys, even though he's supposed to be my, friend or whatever. But as soon as his mum left, my mum just looked at me, started laughing and said, "I've never liked that kid, I'm glad you did it." Which was great. And yeah, and then I punched his mum. Oh god, I went in the green stuff. She's a very cool mum. She in? Nah, she's working. My mum. Yeah, my mum can be cool. Not always, but she can be. Oh, I was hoping she was in, I'd get her on camera. She looks like me. Like, really like me. She looks like me in a wig. Not a pink wig, but a wig. Stream with mum at 100 followers. I'd definitely get her on here. I would definitely do it. She's very charismatic. She's very like open. I'd be a bit nervous about what she'd say. Streaming my mum at 100 followers. I'd definitely get her on. I don't think my dad would be very good on camera. That'd be a bit odd. But my mum, she'd come on. She's funny. Yeah, she's quite cool. I get her now. I would get her now, but she's at work, so. Maybe WoW? I don't think my mum likes WoW. Because of how much time I spent on it as a kid. She still says to me now, like, oh, why are you playing that stupid game? Why are you wasting your money on that game and all that stuff? She refused to buy me this game for so long. My only sort of experience of Classic for the longest time was watching Tom or watching Messi at his house. My mum point blank refused to buy it me. Until eventually she gave in one Christmas. My parents are hard asses. Proper hard asses. They wouldn't buy me RuneScape membership either. Oh god, he's doing son of a car. I'll do it. Good morning, Ben. God, she's here. Oops. There we go. Is this going to be a war? Oh, no, now she's sad. She's sad. I'm not getting involved. You can fight it out yourselves. I'll watch though. I'll listen in. A cat fight, a bear fight. MCU played Druid as well, right? If I remember. Have I got that wrong? Your form makes your butt look big. Oh. Look at the pixels on that ass. Yeah, I thought you played Druid. Look at them pixels. Beautiful. Back it up. Can you twerk? Oh well. Give it a twerk. Oh. Can't believe we have to carry a druid tank every raid.